Hello, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
Fine, and you? Everything's okay?
Yeah, good, yeah.
Good. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Jonathan Brown. I'm 36 years old. I was born in Britain, but I've lived in Australia for the last 10 years.
Okay, so you had your hair transplant the day before yesterday?
Yeah, so Tuesday the 5th?
Yes.
March.
And yesterday you had your washing, and today you just come here for the next checkup.
Yeah.
So please tell us about your, let's say, hair transplant experience. How was your procedure? Was it painful, or after the procedure, how you feel today?
Yeah, it wasn't painful at all. It felt like a pinprick from a needle. So pretty much across, like when you see the hairline is just pinpricks there. By the time it got to maybe the fourth or fifth one, like you couldn't really feel it anymore. The pain had sort of gone. Then Dr. Tayfun was putting slits into my head where the hairs were going to go. Then afterwards I had the same sort of needles in the back of my head, and then some sort of machine what was taking the hairs out of my head.
Yeah.
Almost as soon as that was finished, the hairs were getting implanted into the top of my head. I would say pain level was probably a 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
What was most painful was I had some blood take at the beginning, and the band-aid was ripped off at the end, and it pulled a few hairs out. That was the most painful thing about it.
Yeah. And did you have pain after the surgery in the hotel?
No, I just felt a bit of discomfort. Felt like I was wearing a bit of a helmet, like a bicycle helmet. Felt a bit tight. First I was a little bit uncomfortable to sleep because you have a bandage across the back of your head.
Yeah.
And it was kind of difficult to sleep that first night. So I managed about 6 hours.
So is it comfortable to sleep?
Yeah, I slept last night. Last night was a lot better. I think with the bandage taken off, it was like easy to sleep. Wasn't any pain yesterday. I've not been in any pain today.
Okay.
I was actually just out walking early, went for a walk, just to go around the shops. I'm not in any sort of...
It's almost healed, actually. So the question we ask all patients is, because we are, it's very interesting for us to know the prices in your countries. So as we know, it's very expensive in the United States, in the UK.
Yeah.
What about Australia? So is it expensive there? And if you compare the prices in Turkey and in Australia, which country is better to go for hair transplant?
Turkey is by far cheaper, and the service has been pretty good as well. I did a lot of research. I'd had an FUT transplant in 2009 in the UK.
Yeah.
And I was looking at, I didn't want an FUT again because I've got the scar on the back of my head, and that was a really painful experience. So I wanted to go FUE this time.
Okay.
So I looked at going back to England, back to the same hair transplant technician I'd seen before. But I just wasn't overly convinced. I wasn't really happy with the first job that I'd been doing. So I started looking elsewhere. So I spoke to 3 specialists in Australia. One was in South Australia, one was in Sydney, New South Wales, and one was in Melbourne, Victoria.
Okay, and what the price?
The price was, you're talking between 15,000 and 20,000 Australian dollars.
Whoa.
So I reckon for the procedure here, including flights to and from Australia, including accommodation, it's probably cost me in the region of about $8,000.
$8,000.
Yeah.
Which is 2 times or 3 times less than the price in Australia. Okay, and people are they're scared to go to Turkey for hair transplant. We can understand it from their questions. So they ask mainly, is it is it secure, or is it good to come to Turkey?
Well, funnily enough, I was doing a bit of a video blog myself about my experience, because when I first started looking at Turkey, I'd never been to Turkey before in my life. I think what really sort of sold it to me was, and it sounds probably quite petty, but because there was an office in the UK, in England, I felt like there was an English connection there. And to be honest, since I've been here, it's been absolutely brilliant. Dr. Tayfun and the company really looked after me. like there's been airport pickups, drop-offs,
Yeah.
hospital pickups, drop-offs, regular contact. Like I couldn't really ask for anything more. Like coming from a different country, and you know you have an operation there, you feel quite vulnerable. So you want someone to look after you and make sure that you're going to be okay. And that's pretty much what's happened. Like I honestly couldn't ask for anything
So,
more.
did the clinic and our services meet your expectations?
Oh, massively, yeah. And more so, like I didn't think I would get the service. I thought I would get a decent service, but it's been far and beyond what I expected.
Good. Mr. Brown, would you recommend the hair transplant in Turkey?
Oh, absolutely.
In our clinic to like your colleagues, your friends, or people from Australia? Would you recommend them to come here?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, and like I said, I'm doing a bit of a video blog myself, and that's mainly for people from Australia to come into not only Turkey but into with your organisation and having a hair transplant, because it is such an easy process.
And this video, when it's ready, we will share and we will give you the link, so
Okay.
you can
Can't
also
wait to see that.
you can also share on your blog. So thank you for this short interview.
No worries, and thanks for the pleasure of
It was very nice to meet you in our clinic, and you stay here a couple of days more, and so you will come to the clinic, and after 1 year, we believe that when you get the final result, we want you to see with this happy face, with head full of hair, and I hope that you will share your pictures.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because some patients, they go back and they hide the results. So please don't do it.
No.
So we will take your pictures, and we will share this video maybe in 2-3 days, but after 1 year, when we get the pictures, we will remind people about this video, and we will show your pictures. So thank you very much, sir.
No worries, thank you very much.
Take care.